Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Last time in the DOC we finished Wingo's Double Trouble. Today the hunt continues. So yeah, there's only 2 levels in this section and they're both pretty tough. First we have Crown Capture in Wandering Woods. This one took me a few attempts. The special goal for this one is to beat it without getting hurt. It's tough, as you will see shortly. First I had to get reused to the controls because, yeah. The previous part, as I mentioned in the description, was recorded way back in, like, October? This was recorded, like, days before this is being uploaded. Yeah. Essentially, this is just another stage where you have to get the crowns in the order that they show up, and it's made tougher by boos and ghosts showing up after each crown. And you have the double cherries so that you can create Toad clones and just, you know, get rid of the ghosts. But they come back whenever you start getting the crowns again. And the whole take no damage thing means you can never lose your clone for this. So you gotta be really careful. So yeah, it took me quite a few attempts to, well, A, get all of the gems, and then B, beat the stage again without taking damage. It's also a little rough that you can't zoom in the camera when you have your Toad clones out. And, I mean, even just for normally beating the stage, you kind of want them because, you know, it makes it easier to deal with the ghosts. But yeah, you'll see me get through it soon enough. It's ultimately not that bad, especially compared to the next stage. I mean, I say that even though this took me a few attempts, but in the long run, it still wasn't awful. Yeah, just enjoy the rest of, like, me trying to get the gems and then beating the stage again while taking no damage. So now that we're done with that, up next we have Chaos in the Grand Labyrinth. This took a while. So, yeah, if you've played the original Captain Toad, you might remember the Mummy Me Forever maze. This is essentially the same thing, only instead of having to reach the goal at some point in the maze, you have to find it by picking the flower? Grass? Leaf thing? That's the mole. Just pick out the mole, and yeah, I died already. Pick out the mole, and then they'll create the goal, and then you can go to the next level. So, yeah, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Mummy Me maze, essentially, you have to make it through multiple floors while a Mummy Me, or a Mummy Toad, Shadow Toad, whatever they're called, is chasing you down on every single floor. It's rough. It is rough. And this one, I'd say it's right about the same difficulty as the original. Like in the original, you have to make it through 50 floors. In this one it's 30, but the fact that you have to like actually like make the goal appear makes it a little bit tougher. But also the original Mummy Me maze had a higher variety of enemies, especially on later floors. But yeah, they're both tough in their own right. So, yeah, like you might think, oh, well, with 30 floors, this is pretty easy to get through. I mean, you're going to be spending less time on here, and in a way you are right about that. But this one is super tough also because of the bonus goal, where you have to make it to the end with all 4 of the Toad Brigade. And you might be looking now and saying like, but there's only Captain Toad. On later floors, we're going to be finding more members of the team. And they follow Toad in a straight line. So this is already tough enough because of the Mummy Me factor and the enemies chasing you down. But yeah, as you can see, like, we got our first Toad right here. He's going to be joining the team. But yeah, like, you're already dealing with that, and then you have all the Toads following you in a straight line. That's just one long hitbox. And that took me a while. Ultimately, I was able to finish this far quicker than it took me to ever like complete the Mummy Me maze in the original game. But I don't know if that's because I'm already sort of conditioned to this kind of level, or if this one is just inherently easier than the original. Especially since the original, you didn't have to worry about making it through with like a team intact to get the bonus goal. You just had to collect 5,000 coins. Yeah. And there were far less in the see, I lost my follower there because of the Magic Koopas. But yeah, there were, well, I don't know, I would say there were far less coins in the original Mummy Me maze, but maybe it is like roughly the same. I guess this level is also a bit easier than the original because every floor is way more open. The original was super claustrophobic. But yeah, I don't really have any real tips to get you through this because like there's just so many differences between this and the original, which is why it's hard for me to say which one I feel is harder. Because like the tip I was about to offer is way harder to implement on this game compared to the original. Because you can like touch each enemy to stun them. Or in the case with the birds, if you touch one, they all get stunned momentarily. But like you have to actually use the gyroscope in your controller to aim at the birds that you're trying to hit, or enemies that you're trying to hit in general. Whereas in the Wii U game, all you had to do was just tap the touchscreen, which was far easier to do than, yeah, oh my god, yeah, I lost that Toad too. But yeah, that was far easier to do on that game than on this one. Just set the gamepad on a flat surface and just, you know, use whatever hand, like, well, yeah, like your right hand to control where Captain Toad is going. The Mummy Me accounts for your speed, so if you're running, he's running. If you're walking, he's walking. So just keep going at a basic walk, then use your other hand to tap the enemies on the screen to stun them, allowing you to get past them easily. It's a lot easier to do that than to like physically aim your controller and just like touch the enemy that way. Though that said, there's also the workaround of just having a player 2 focus on tapping the enemies for you as opposed to you just dealing with it yourself. But not everybody has that luxury. So yeah, the touchscreen aspect makes the original Mummy Me maze relatively easier to deal with. But the level design of this one and just how open everything is means that you're going to have an easier time dodging and just planning out your strategies in this one. But I would say the bonus goals are roughly the same. Genuinely, because there was at least one time where I was on the original Mummy Me maze and I ended with like 4,990 coins. So you could that was a little heartbreaking. That was a little heartbreaking. Like, it took me days to finish up that one, whereas this one only took me like about 35-45 minutes total, which is kind of amazing. Like, after you see me beat this stage normally, I'm gonna get into like when I beat the stage with the bonus goal, which I should have probably sped up, but oh well. But yeah, like, that was after I took a break. Like, I stopped recording after this, and then I went back a little later, and on my first attempt after, like, this successful run, I did it. Well, no. I failed, like, seconds in, but then all I did was just go, like, start, and then restart, and then, yeah. So really, I only cut out, like, maybe about, like, a 30-second attempt. I just screwed up on because I died, so... No, wait, did I die? Wait. Sorry, I was also half asleep when I was recording this, so I don't remember the basics. And yeah, just kiting them like this, like just going around like a safe spot until the mole gets in your vicinity. It's a valid strategy. I'm not proud of it, but it helps me survive. And that is a strategy that is impossible to do on the original. Because the original is a genuine labyrinth. And you don't want to get too greedy on this final floor. Like, at this point you might be panicking, like, I'm going to pick every single mole. Like, nah, just take your time. Play it cool. Play it calm. Just one at a time. Pick one, make sure you're safe, and if you're, like, if you have all the toads following you, make sure they're safe, and then go from there. Clearly I didn't see the pickaxe all the way in the back. But they do give you a large amount of coins here. And the story of Mario 3D? No! Wait, that's the Peachette crown from 2D World. Oh, not 2D World. New Super Mario Brothers Wii U, or New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. Huh. So... Huh. That's unexpected. Then again, I think I made that connection prior. But I could have sworn there was something in here that would tie it into Odyssey more than just like Odyssey levels showing up here, because the original game has an actual cutscene that leads into 3D World. Or maybe it'll show up after I beat the Mummy Me Labyrinth in this version? Because yeah, you know, we had that little Mummy Me maze thing going on, but the labyrinth shows up here as well. I'll give it a shot on Switch, but I am pretty tempted to just attempt it on Wii U only because of the gamepad factor. Though if I do want to complete this version, I do have to do it at some point. I'm afraid. You're welcome, Toad. But yeah, I'm also curious now that 3D World and Bowser's Fury is coming to Switch. Will Captain Toad get some more DLC to coincide with that? I'm curious. But yeah, that's going to be it for me as far as the live commentary is concerned. So yeah, what you're seeing now is my successful attempt at clearing this with all of the toads intact. I was not taking any chances. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this, and I will see you next time where we get into the bonus stages. I know these are the bonus parts of the LP, but this is technically the DLC, or special episode. It's not the bonus episodes. It's weird how they just categorize all this stuff. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of this video, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.